Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the respected dignitaries, distinguished speakers, honorable participants, and the loving audience, all beautiful people present here from all around the globe. I, Ms. Nada Ratkovic, IIU Board Member, Country Director, IIU Croatia, the President of Research Centre IIU, and Global Educators Forum Advisor Member, welcome you all to the International Conference on Emerging Technologies for the Next Industrial Revolution. This amazing conference is jointly organized by Global Educators Forum, International Internship University, IIU Research Centre, the Policy Times, and World Educator Council, event for all educators around the globe. Yes, the next revolution technology, metaverse, virtual reality, augmented reality will play a big role in the next revolution. Yesterday, we have an amazing day. We have amazing, eminent guest speakers, and we hear a lot about this. 2025. It will touch every part of our lives in a way we have never seen before. These technologies are a way to make sure that the digital and physical worlds aren't too different. So what is the metaverse? You heard that before. We heard that rate of technology change is accelerating, rapidly accelerating, and it is unpredictable and unprecedented. So reading, contacting literature, listening and thinking about the future jobs development is necessary. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics, nanotechnology, 3D printing, genetics, biotechnology, and all are building and amplifying one another. So to survive, the new industrial revolution is leading and it is requiring two key elements of the age-old business awareness, disruptive technology, and a plan to develop talent that can most be that. Yes, we heard yesterday 10 technologies will transform the global economy by 2025. So many technology emergings are. And mobile internet, AI, VR, AR, cloud technology, Internet of Things, advanced robotics, biometric technology, 3D printing, genomics, blockchain, quantum computing. Yesterday, each one thing was touched. But I'm sure today we have so amazing and great new global eminent speakers. So first, let me to introduce and honor our great organizers. Global Educators Forum has been formed to promote United Nations 2030 Agenda, SDG Goal 4, which is about quality education. It is ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education and promoting lifelong learning opportunities for all. SDG 4 has 10 targets, which are measured by 11 indicators. The 7 outcome-oriented targets are free primary, secondary education, equal access to quality pre-primary education, affordable technical, vocational, and higher education, and increasing the number of people with relevant skills to financial success, eliminating all, and the numeracy and education for sustainable development, global citizenship. The three means of achieving targets are build and upgrade something. So it is here today. Professor Pradipta Mandal is the founder of Global Educators Forum, GEF. Professor Pradipta is an electronics and telecommunication engineer, MTech in electronics and communication engineering. He has 17 years of teaching experience in AICT approved degree engineering institute. Professor Pradipta is a great personality, a great human being, And he's a multiple global award winner, educator, and social activist in the touching more than 35 plus national and international organizations. Our next organizer is International Internship University, IIU, a leading virtual education system and global brand confederation, which is the most valuable and trusted worldwide, well reputed in delivering innovative programs. Globally, it is a trusted name for quality training programs, and it is committed to provide better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. With 1,000+ courses and internships to their e-learners across the globe with the help of its 1,000+ global educators. In a short span of time, IIU has spread its wings in 195 countries, 6 continents, under the strong leadership of its visionary founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit Sir, a committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist from the last 2 decades, providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds. The sky is the limit for his dedication and hard work. The next organizer is IIU Research Centre. IIU Research Centre is a unique hub establishment founded to provide research facilities. It is giving an opportunity to the researchers, authors, educators, students, scholars across the globe and enhances the research opportunities, academic excellence, real-world problem solving, knowledge creation, and dissemination. So the high caliber global educators team is dedicated to it. Me, Professor Nada Ratkovic, as a president of IIU Research Center, thinks if you have ever thought about how would be the world without education, research, science, innovation, technology, or any development of anything, then the IIU Research Center is the right place for you. The next organizer is World Education Council, WEC. It is a confederation to achieve global collaboration in education, leveraging digitization, and achieve basic building blocks, access, capacity, equity, and quality education. The Council aims to outline practical action plans to achieve extraordinary innovation, creative diversity, and collective empathy. The policy time is our next organizer. It is a world's first media on policy and development journalism and a strategic and practical alliance of policy and business experts for policy and business connect leading to prosperity through news, article writings, practical networking, events, business intelligence, research, and policy advocacy. Mr. Akram Hope is a founder editor of the Policy Times and Director General of the World Education Council. His long association with India top business forums, FICC and CII, has not only provided him to opportunity to forge close ties with the business community, but also guided them to invest in overseas economic ventures. And we cannot forget our strategic partners, IVRFF and Global Metaverse Community. Yes, we are today in the world of metaverse, virtual reality. So let's learn together the benefits of emerging technologies for the next industrial revolution with our eminent global guests and speakers. We will today explore the diverse and gain international experience, skills, and knowledge. Each one speaker will present the actual and factual insights of the international conference and thinking on the emerging technologies for the next industrial revolution on the different topics. So be ready to be the part of today's conference. And now I want to welcome our master of the ceremony. Today, we have an amazing woman, an amazing personality. Yesterday, we have our great Professor Karudin. And today, we have a lady, we have a madam, our Miss Herdiana Devi Nurfika. She is an entrepreneur. She's certified NLP practitioner. She's a life coach, mentor, mental health advocate, CEO and founder of Bliss Education Center. She's coming from beautiful country, Indonesia. And every time when I see her, I'm thinking, Nada, you need to think on your health. So welcome my beautiful and dear friend, Miss Herdiana Devi Nurfika. The IIU stage is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, Professor Nadia. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all people who are watching us right now. First of all, I'd love to express my gratitude to all of the organizers and honorable speakers for being here with us on this beautiful Sunday. And it's such an honor for me to be here in International Conference on Emerging Technology for the Next Industrial Revolution. Also, my deep gratitude to our amazing Professor Nadia for her wonderful opening. And today is the second day. So yesterday was amazing, and I'm happy to see Professor Khairuddin. He did a great job yesterday, and I'm sure all the participants who were watching the first day have gained many knowledge. So today, let's continue to give valuable knowledge to all people around the globe. So as a reminder, today, each speaker has 10 to 12 minutes. So now I'd love to call our first honorable speaker, Dr. Saif Muhammad Aler. He is a professor and HOD Multimedia and Creative Technology, Daffodil International University, CTO, Spiral World Ltd, Director, Smart Data Scientist Center from Bangladesh. So Dr. Saif, please enlighten us with your views. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much. Good morning, good evening, everybody. I want to share my presentations. Right?
Yes, you can, Professor. Yes, yes.
Okay, is it visible?
Can you put up? Great.
Okay, thank you so much. Today my topic is big data. So big data, we are thinking big data, that means huge data. Basically, we know the big data means huge data, huge volume of data. But not only the huge data, it depends on data variety, like structured, unstructured, semi-structured data, including the big data. So today I want to present my outline is big data concept and big data processing and big data analytics. So let's start from here. This is what? This is simple number. If we think from ascending to descending order, is very simple, like 5, 6, 16, 24, 33. And let's see another one. We can do this like ascending order to descending order, very short time. And how about this? It will take time, right? But on that moment, we can use different types of algorithm like divide and conquer methods, and very huge number of algorithm. By using algorithm, we can solve it easily. But why I'm showing this example? If we think we have used data, and those data, some data is structured manner, some data is unstructured manner, and some data is semi-structured manner. On the time, how we can solve those types of data, we can store those types of data, and after that, how we can get information from those data. So that's why we are going to think about the big data. Why big data? Now we are very smart. We are getting data from machine generated data, human generated data, business generated data from like smartphone, IoT device, like social media. Our data is some like video, image, some is text data, numerical data. Okay, so now data growing rate. If we see the data growing rate, I have uh, the value that comes from 2012. The amount of information stored in worldwide, it exceeded 2.8 zettabytes data growing rate. And if we see in 2020, the total amount of data stored 50x larger than the previous one. So social media, if we see the social media in a minute, Google is getting like 40 lakhs times search in a minute. And if you see the Facebook, 2 lakh for 46,000 content share in every minute. YouTube, like 72 hours length video upload in a minute. And if you see the email we received basically in a minute, like 24 lakhs email sends and receives in a minute. And if we see the Twitter, like 2,77,000 times tweets in a minute. And Instagram, 2,16,000 pictures upload in a minute. So dollar sales, if you see that Amazon, the dollar sales is $83,000 sales in a minute. So data, we are getting data in a minute, huge numbers of data, and also various types of data we are getting in a minute. So what can we do? The big data concept. Big data are high volume, high velocity, and or high variety information assets that demands cost effective, innovative forms of information processing that enable enhanced insight, decision making, and processing automations. So what is big data basically? As I told you before, the huge volume of data, but when we tell them this is big data, like when we are going to process the data in our traditional systems within the time frame and cannot be stored and processed using the traditional approach, the time we can tell this is big data. For example, we usually used to refer the big data as gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte, petabyte, zettabyte, like this. Sometimes a small amount of data can be referred to us as a big data. How?
I think there is connection problem with Dr. Alaria.
Yes, I think that's something. Let's wait. Let's wait a little, okay, Diana.
Okay.
I think he lost connection. Uh,
Okay, let's wait him because he's still here.
yes, 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 yes. He's
Okay.
you can continue your presentation. Something something disconnect you.
Okay. Now, is it okay?
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. That what I was talking about, we usually use to refer the big data as gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte, etabyte, zettabyte, and yottabyte. But sometimes small amounts of data can be referred to as big data. For example, if we cannot attach 100 megabyte file to email, then with respects to email, the data can be referred as big data. So this is the sometimes 100 megabyte data can be a big data. So another example, for example, 10 terabyte data we have. And for instance, we may want to resize and enhance the image within a given time frame with our traditional systems. On that moment, if we cannot meet the job, cannot finish the job within a given time frame, that's time we can say this is the big data. So features of big data. Uh, Actually, we know there is 5V, but in my viewpoint, there is 6Vs. One is volume. Volume, that is the name of big data itself, is related to a size which is enormous. Size of data plays a very crucial role in determining value of a value out of data. Also, whether a particular data can actually be considered as a big data or not it depends upon the volume data. Hence, volume is one characteristics which needs to be considered while dealing with big data solutions, and that it indicates the how much data. Velocity is how fast can I access, it refers to the speed of generations of data, how fast the data is generated and processed to meet the demand determines real potential in the data. We can say in velocity, we can get three types of pattern, that is hot data path, warm data path, and cold data path. Hot data path basically for processing or displaying data in real time alerting and streaming operations are performed using this data. And warm data path is for storing or displaying only a recent subsets of data. And cold data path for long-term storage data, we can say that is cold data path. Variety of data, as we mentioned before, uh, like what types of data in big data we handle, that is structured, unstructured, and semi-structured. You can see these normal database systems, that is structured data. And if you see the unstructured data, that like mm, there will be the image, PDF file, photos, videos. We can say this is unstructured data, and semi-structured data like XML files. It could be a semi-structured data. Veracity is it reliable data? Like when we think the data accuracy, data quality for the times, like data veracity is generally is how accurate or truthful a data set may be in the context of big data. It takes on a bit more meaning, more specifically when it comes to the accuracy of big data. It's not just the quality of the data itself, but how trustworthy the data source, types, and processing of it is. Like this is, we can say, like veracity. And variability is how varied the data or different from the different data sources, like um, inconsistency which can be shown by the data at time, thus hampering the process of being able to handle and manage the data effectively. In we think the value is that it refers to the value that big data can provide, and it relates it directly to what organizations can do with that collected data. Like from the value, we can think the data is data for usable to analysis and data utility, usefulness of data. These types of manner we think from the value. Okay, this is also like if we think the traditional like data from the data source like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Gmail, Google, uh, plus Instagram, we are getting the data, and if we want to process those data within that time frame with our traditional systems, we cannot process those data within the time frame for the analysis. So that time we have to go the big data technology. So drawbacks of using traditional approach, this is expensive systems, scalability problems, and time consuming. So to make it faster, to get the better analytics viewpoints from those various types of data, we should move to big data technology, and after getting the data we can go for the analysis. Big data processing, how to process big data with reasonable cost and time. Um, First of all, I want to talk about the Hadoop. Mr. Doc Cutting first introduced it, big Hadoop systems, and then after that 2006 Yahoo gave the projects to the Apache Software Foundations, and after that Apache uh, made the Hadoop systems open source. It is open source systems. It was Hadoop 1.0.0 year 2011. Hadoop makes the distributed file systems, Hadoop distributed file systems, and also they proposed a distributed programming framework which is MapReduce. And after that, Hadoop 2.0.0, yeah, they include Yarn, that is resource management and job scheduling technology they introduced with their Hadoop systems. And after Hadoop 3.0.0 year 2017, it was open source. It comes at open source community. And here this is the Hadoop ecosystems. In Hadoop ecosystems, there is some tools. We are using some tools when we um, use the big data technology, like Apache Hive. It uses SQLite language, which allows query data for uh, Hadoop distributed file systems. Apache Peak, that is scripting language for data analysis. We are using Apache Peak for data analysis, and the Apache Scoop used to transfer data to and from Hadoop to any relational database management systems. Apache HBase, that is used for column-oriented database that allows read and write data on Hadoop distributed file systems, and Apache Film that allows to move streams data into the Hadoop cluster. This is all total is called the Apache Zookeeper. And after this processing, it comes and MapReduce, and after that it go for the Hadoop distributed file systems.
Apologize, sir. Can you please conclude your presentation? Because as I have mentioned, we have 10 to 12 minutes. I'm
okay,
sorry for interrupting.
Okay, I need a little more time, so I will try to conclude it so fast. So feature of Hadoop that is very cost effective, parallel processing, distributed data, large clusters of nodes, and automatic failover management, data locality optimization, heterogeneous cluster, and easily scalable. And Hadoop, if you see the Hadoop architecture, there is a name node, manage the file system namespace, and data node that manage the data. So this is the structure. First one is client will supply file name and directory name. Name node checks an entry into the file system's image and return success to the client. Client will create FS data output streams and start writing, let's say 128 megabyte block. And then after that block allocated, then the name node will allocate and send to the client. Then streamer will send the data block to data node. This is head of architecture systems. So, and this is the map reduce systems. Like here is the data, it comes and the mapping, data mapping. And after that, like welcome to head of class, head of, like this distributed. And then the shuffling is the how many headers they are head of words they are getting, good, class, is, to, these types of word, how many they are getting. So map reduce mapping, and after that reducer gives the total result they are getting from the data, like head of 3, good one. This is the map reducing process example. Big data analytics, after getting the data, what we will do, like from the data as a raw organized facts and the information, the potentiality valuable concepts based on data, and from the information we get the knowledge, the what is actual data and what can we do with this data, and what types of information we can go for the analysis. And after that, this is the wisdom, is the effective use of knowledge in decision making. Big data, basically we are using like in three way, that is perspective analysis. Oh, my electricity go. Uh, my electricity suddenly fall down, so I cannot watch my monitor. Okay, it's come. Uh, Now it's okay. Okay, perspective analytics, that is enabling smart decisions based on data, like what should we do, and predictive analytics, that we can tell it what could happen in future, and descriptive analytics, like what is happened. So using the huge number of volume of data, which is structured, unstructured, and semi-structured, using this data, using the big data technology, we gather the data, and after that we can do the analysis in three ways: perspective analytics, predictive analytics, and descriptive analysis. And this is another example. And what is big data analytics? Big data analytics helps organization harness their data and use it to identify new opportunities that in turns leads to smarter business moves, more efficient operations, higher profits, and happier customers. Uh, this is another example, as my time is very short. And I want to say a little bit about the data science and machine learning. After getting the huge volume of data and from structured manner, unstructured manner, and semi-structured manner, then for more analysis, we move on the data science and machine learning. So I don't want to prolong my speech as my time is very short. This is part of data science machine learning knowledge. So that's why from here I want to conclude my space. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Say, for your wonderful presentation about big data. And let's give a big congratulations for him. So yeah, as we can see from his presentation, how the data has grown fast from 2012 to 2020, especially from social media platforms. And yes, with the mountain of data, we can now process it easier compared to years before. So big data can be used in many industries, like he has mentioned before, from healthcare, finance, education to retail. And for good reason. It's changing the way we do business. And yes, it's true that big data is a great way to create an informed decision. So thank you so much once again, Dr. Say, for your presentation. So from Bangladesh, now we're going to India. Our
Thank
second
you so
speaker
much.
is Dr. Sudhakar Umale. He is a former HOD, Mechanical Engineering Department, Sardar Patel College of Engineering. So now the stage is yours. Please enlighten us with your view, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, I will share my screen. It is visible.
It's
Screen
still loading. It's okay, now it's visible. Please
visible.
put it on the full screen.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all of you. Myself, Dr. Sudhakar Umale. My topic is the future impact of automation on automotive industry. Industrial automation is a multidisciplinary subject that requires knowledge, expertise from various engineering sectors such as electrical, electronics, chemical, mechanical, communications, process and software engineering. Industrial automation system can be found in the car industries, the aviation industries, the marine industries, the healthcare industries, rail transportations, electrical power production systems, and distribution, the pulp and paper industries, and numerous other public applications. So I want to explain the need of this subject, the in curriculum, need for automation in curriculum. The rapid development of automation and robotics in today's technological world has made it necessary to introduce industrial automation and robotics courses in the curriculum of various electrical and computer engineering departments. Aspects of manufacturing systems include cost, productivity, quality, and flexibility. I will discuss cost, productivity, what is the effect of automations on cost, productivity, quality, and flexibility in details. The analysis aims to determine optimum levels of automations at the three production sites to make tremendous to automate particular section of the assembly processes. Future of automotive industries, there are three features: rapid evolution of technology. So what is exactly rapid evolution of technology? It has opened multiple doors for innovation. Industries have been increasingly focusing on developing unique and innovative products that address current needs while incorporating futuristic features. The whole automation level is where the vehicle performs all the driving aspects without supervision or human interaction requirements. So next is the majority of repetitive, monotonous, and dangerous tasks have been simplified through automation. With advancement in robotic autonomy and machine learning, some industrial robots now use vision like sensor technology to help them perform intrinsic tasks and adapt to changing environment. As this is very important because human being cannot work in the dangerous environment. Third is robotic autonomy and machine learning. This is the most important uh, feature of automotive industries. Robotic automation in automotive manufacturing will play an integral role in the shift from combustion engines to electrical vehicles, since robots can be programmed to meet higher demands and perform new roles while meeting production criteria. Throughout the rise of automation in manufacturing, concern has been over its impact on job security. However, as industrial robots carry out dangerous and dirty tasks, they leave humans with more excellent workplace safety, fewer on the job injuries, and internal opportunities to reskill or learn how to maintain these robotic employees. What are the benefits of robotic innovation? The robotic innovation is too important in the automotive industries. The key benefits of robotic automation include increased quality. What is this increased quality? Because always we require the good quality, and hence there is one department, quality control, and all the majority of the robotic innovation takes place in quality control department. Robots that never tries reduce the percentage of waste in auto factories previously caused by human errors such as dropping parts or defects in performance. Robots equipped with vision technology can even detect material variations on the warehouse floor and adapt their path accordingly. Robots ensure each task is performed the same way and with precision each time, thus reducing mistakes and increasing customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction and reducing mistakes are very important, and hence we require always robots in the automotive industry. Second is the worker protection. Worker is very important in the industry, that is employee, and how to protect it by robotic applications. The implementation of robots in the auto industry has drastically reduced the incidence of workplace accidents. Hazardous jobs such as welding, handling liquid metal, or exposure to dangerous fumes can all be handed to robotic without putting humans in danger. Further, repetitive physical tasks such as lifting and twisting, which can cause long-term injuries to humans, and prevented by using robotic automation. Third is supply chain demands. So this is very important in the automotive industries, how it is required. Peak production performance is essential in an automotive supply chain. However, even a small problem can halt an assembly line and produce production delays. Robotic workers solve this problem by consistently performing their task without needing breaks, shift changeovers, or burnout. Next is a very important, that is peak production performance. Always we need performance in the automotive industries, more production in short durations, and hence how it is possible with a robotic innovation, that is peak production performance. Here, drivers can now expect personalized during experience thanks to the role of machine learning in auto industries. So for this purpose, machine learning is very useful in the auto industries. Some of these enhancements are increasingly standards, such as altering the driver when the oil needs to be changed or pressure is too low. When the oil needs to be changed or pressure is too low. However, more in depth, artificial intelligence algorithms can tailor the driving experience to match individual drivers with actions such as personalizing vehicle interface and adjusting the seat, wheel, mirrors, and pedal positions. Next is artificial intelligence. Already have explained artificial intelligence, how it is useful with machine learning. And last is IoT, Internet of Things, IoT integration. This is very important in the automotive industries for the development of autonomous vehicles. The Internet of Things is a system of interconnected devices that don't require human-to-human interactions. In cars, this translates to navigates systems that take voice commands, hands-free text controls, and personalized experiences. In more advanced cases, IoT in autonomous cars used to communicate vehicle to vehicle, sharing driving data and recognize patterns. And these are the very important benefits in the automotive industries by robotic innovation. I want to explain some of the purposes in industrial automations where we require the automations in the automotive industries. The initial industrial production process have based their operations on the workers' eye, hands, and brains as alternatives to contemporary sensors, actuators, and computational units. So workers are using their eyes, hands, and brains. And when we want automations, these are converted into the machineries, and hence eyes are equivalent to sensors, hands are equivalent to actuators, brains are equivalent to the computational units. In the beginning, efforts to automate industrial processes were focused on the replacement of human labor by independent machines, each one being able to accomplish a specific task in limited surrounding space under the premise that you feed the machine with raw material and as an output you are receiving the complete product. Always we require the objectives of industrial automations. What are the objectives? It is very important to develop the industrial automations through various industry 4.0. So these are the objectives of industrial automations: to production increase, cost reductions, improvement of products quality, improvements of raw material utilizations. So why it is very important for raw material utilization? Because when we are using the automations with machines, so there is a loss of material. But when you are using the complete using of machineries with the human being, there is a total loss of wastage. There is more wastage. Reduction of energy consumptions, plant safety, no accidents. Without accidents, we can have the operations. Environmental pollution reductions by the uh, industrial automations. And hence we have to develop the automation circuits for robots, for machine learnings, and so on. And these are you have to design. What are the concept of design of automation circuits? From the perspective of functional design, consists of fundamental knowledge for all industrial automation engineers to understand the industrial operations, identify the needs, design and simulate the solutions to the industrial automation problems. Need for automation in the automotive industries. What is the need of automation in the automotive industries? I will cover in very short period. Automotive industry is experiencing considerable stress period because we require the lot of human efforts during developing the automotive cars or vehicles, which can lead to the essential change in the industries. The automotive industry is one of the most successful and dynamic environments playing a key role in the economic market. So because of this, majority of the uh, vehicles gives the economic market, global market, and industrial robots and sensor technology are using in assembly plants of automotive industries to increase productivity and efficiency. So how this industrial robots and sensor technology increases productivity and efficiency? By using this, we can increase productivity and efficiency. Use of automation technology can also enable automobile production to have safe and stable market environment and to provide users with better quality automobile products. This also effectively reduces the probability of car accidents and the probability of potential safety hazards. So there is one terminology I will explain, that is machine vision, which recognizes the pattern recognition and path recognitions. Also, we can judge the time for collisions by using machine learning, and hence we are using machine learning for collision avoidance, skidding detections, fire hazards, tire bursts, brake failures, all. So we can have the, I will not cover because of time of this, but just to remember all these things. And hence automotive automation is very important. So we require robots, machine vision, automation work together to complete an array of tasks from welding to inspection and testings. So majority of the work depending on welding inspection and testing. Assembly robots can move faster and more precisely than humans and are easier to implement than some special purpose equipments. In car manufacturing plants, robotic arms can tackle tasks like screw driving, windshield installations, and wheel mounting. These are the major work in the automotive industry: screw driving during fitting wheels or mounting wheels. The advantage of this automation is to increase outputs and efficiency, decrease the cost of production, and also reduce the risk of accidents for the people working in the shop. Progress of automotive industry's automation. In 1962, General Motors was the first company to deploy industrial robots in the company. After 1970s onward, all automotive industries are using large robot system in their production lines. Collaborative robots offer different payload options, enabling wide variety of applications. Generally, 6 degree of freedom, incredible flexibility, and easy integration into existing production environment. The selection of robots are depending on some factors like lightweight, compactness for light assembly, and screw driving operations. The reason for
Hello,
using
sir. Apologies. Can you conclude your
okay, yes,
presentation
yes,
because we have okay.
okay, yes. The reasons for using robots for automate repetitive, dangerous, and monotonous tasks, giving manufacturers the flexibility they need to achieve their business goals. So it is very important because human beings are very important for us, and hence it is necessary to develop robots in the automotive industry so that when robots can work in any dangerous and situations, we can save the life and accidents also. Particularly, major area is welding. In the automotive sector, we require the very small robots to perform laser welding, TIG welding, MIG welding, ultrasonic welding, like that. So we have so many advantages of robotic welding in the industries. Majority is efficiency and lower operation cost. We require very less materials. We reduce the wastage, and major advantage is consistency in the operations. And hence we have so many choices in the assembly method, product design, production rate, availability of labor, market life of the product. So I will conclude here because there are so many reasons of using robots in the automobile. Particularly, it is used in the welding sections. Thank you very much for giving me chance for delivering my lecture.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Sudhakar, for your fantastic presentation. And let's give warm applause to Dr. Sudhakar. So yes, the automation industry is projected to reach $2.3 billion by 2027. So this niche market has been growing rapidly over the past decade, and I'm so grateful that Dr. Sudhakar talk about this on our conference, especially like the largest companies in this world, like such as Amazon, have contributed to the rise of it. So yes, the advanced technology continues to emerge, and it's inventively that more business will begin installing automated systems. So once again, thank you so much, Dr. Sudhakar. So now from India, let's move forward to Nigeria. Our third speaker is academician, Senior Professor General Iboria Charles, PhD. He is Africa Head and IIU Nigeria Country Director. So please start light up our session, and the stage is yours.
Thank you very much for this great opportunity. I need to appreciate every one of you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I appreciate all the organizers for this opportunity, and I thank you very much for giving me this 15 or 10 minutes to express myself on emerging technology. Need of machines, new power sources, and ways of operating more efficient, hence the need for technologies for the next industrial revolution. Emerging technologies whose development, practical application, or both are still largely unrealized. Their technologies are generally new, but also includes older technologies finding new application. There are 5 emerging technologies. Emerging technologies include the various forms: education technology, information technology, nanotechnology, biotechnology, technology, and artificial intelligence technology. This is the field of study that investigate the process of analyzing, designing, developing, implementing, evaluating the instructional environment, learning materials, learners, and learning processes in order to improve teaching and learning. What are the 3 types of educational technology? We have synchronous and asynchronous technology. We also have learning. Information technology. Information technology is the study or use of systems, especially computers and telecommunication, for storing, retrieving, and sending information. Technology is the application of knowledge to reach practical goals in a specifiable and a reproductive way. The use of technology is widely prevalent in medicine, science, industry, communication, transportation, and daily life. The following are the types of information system. We have the knowledge work system, we have management information system, we have the decision support system, we have the office automation system, we have the transaction processing system, we have the executive support system. Nanotechnology, we look at this is the manipulation of matters on near atomic scales to produce new structures, materials, and devices. The technology promises scientific advancement in many sectors, such as medicine, consumer products, consumer energy, materials, and manufacturing. Example of nanotechnology include the food security. We have the medicine, we have the energy, we have the automotive, we have the environment, textile, and cosmetics. In future, nanotechnology could also enable objects to harvest energy from their environments. Biotechnology. This is the use of biology to solve problems and make useful products. This is the most prominent approach used in genetic engineering, which enables scientists to tailor an organism's DNA at will. There are 5 branches into which modern biotechnology is being divided. We have the human, we have the environmental, we have the industrial, we have the animal, and the plants. This helps to fight hunger and diseases, produce more safely, clearly, efficiently, and reduce our ecological footprint and save energy. The robotic technology, this is a branch of engineering that involves the conception, the design, the operation of robots. It is an interdisciplinary branch of computer science and engineering. The objective of robotic field is to create intelligent machine that can assist human in a variety of ways. Robotics can take on a number of forms. Example, we have the robot dog abo, we have the Roomba vacuum, we also have the the artificial intelligence powered robot assistants. We also have a growing variety of robotic, the toy, and the kits. We also have a disaster response. This robot performs dangerous work like searching for survivor in the aftermath of an emergency. There are 5 major types of forms of robotic. We have the operator interface, we have the mobility or the locomotion, we have the manipulators and the effectors, we have the programming, we have the sense of perception. We also have robot eliminate dangerous job for human because they are capable of working in hazardous environments. And robot can also handle lift heavy loads, toxic substances and repetitive tasks. Robot has helped companies to prevent many accidents, also saving time and money. We also have the artificial intelligence, natural language processing, the NLP. Is the technology used in artificial intelligence that help computers understand, interpret, and manipulation human language. There are 7 types of artificial intelligence. We have the reactive machine. We also have the limited memory. We have the theory of minds. We have the self-aware. We have the artificial narrow intelligence. We have the artificial support intelligence. And there are 10 ways of which we can use artificial intelligence today. We have the voice assistant, we have the entertainment streaming application, we have the personalized marketing, the smart input, we have the navigation and the travel, we have the Gemini therapy, we have the self-driving vehicles, we have the facial recognition technology, and in the future of artificial intelligence, that is, it is a revolutionary field of computer science, which is ready to become the main component of various emerging technology like the big data, like the robotic, like the IoT, the Internet of Things. It will continue to act as a technological innovator in the coming years. Artificial intelligence drives down the time taken to perform a task. Artificial intelligence enables multi-tasking and ease the workload for existing resources. Artificial intelligence enables the execution of iterative complex tasks without significant cost outlined. Artificial intelligence operates 24/7 without interruption or break or no downtime. Artificial intelligence will change the world now. In 20 years, nearly all data will become digitalized, making it possible for us to use artificial intelligence for decision-making and optimization. It will interest us to know that artificial intelligence automation will replace most blue-collar work and make products for minimal marginal costs. Robot and artificial intelligence will take over the manufacturing, delivering, design, marketing of most goods. Artificial intelligence has its own risks. The market volatility, the weapons automation, the social economic inequality, the aromatic bias caused by big data, bad data, like the deep fake, like the automation clause, like the information. The advantage of artificial intelligence it can also possibly due to intensive energy use. 2019, so they found that a particular type of artificial intelligence, deep learning in natural language process has a huge carbon footprint due to the fall of the hardware required. And I want to put it to us that I want to also let us know in a very quick way before my round of the main 3 advancements we found for the STEM engine, the age of science and mass production, and the rise of digital technology. It will interest us to know that the fourth industrial revolution started in 1765. It was used being the fourth industrial revolution. In 1870, it was used being the second industrial revolution. In 1969, when electronic and nuclear was used, being the third industrial revolution, and energy is the order of the day. Being the fourth industrial revolution, to probe further, the first industrial revolution used water and steam power to magnetize production. The second used electronic power to create massive production. And the third used electronic and information technology to make production. The fourth industrial revolution and improve the quality of life for population around the world. Consumers are able to afford and to access the digital world. Technology has made possible products and services that increase the efficiency and pressure of our personal life.
Professor Carlos, apologize. Can you conclude your speech? Can you please conclude your
Hello,
speech?
I didn't hear you. Okay, conclusion. Okay. Okay. Remote area. In future, technological innovation will also learn to a survive side with long time get efficiency and productivity. Communication, withdraw, logistics, and global supply chains will become more difficult because of it will diminish, all of which will open new market and drive
Professor Charles, we don't
conclusion.
understand you. We don't understand you.
Thank you very much for this great opportunity. I'm grateful.
Okay, sir. I think
done.
there's a problem with the connection. Can you please conclude your speech, as we also cannot hear your voice clearly?
Without reasonable doubt, I am convinced that in the future, talent more than capital will represent the critical factor of production. This will give rise to a job market increasingly segmented into low skill, low pay, and high skill, high pay segment, which in turn will lead to an increase in social tension. The fourth industrial revolution are having a major impact on businesses. New technologies such as automation and biological weapons become easy to use. Individual and small group will increasingly join states being capable of pursuing mass. This new variability will lead to a new fear. But at the same time, advances in technology will create the potential to reduce the scale or impact of violence through the development of new mode of protection, for example, and a greater perception in targeting. So, the fourth industrial revolution changed not only what we do, but also who we are. It will affect our identity and all the issues associated with it. Our sense of privacy, the notion of ownership, consultant, and the time we devote to work. And now we develop our career skill, meet people, and nurture relationship. Let us develop a comprehensive and globally shared view of how technology is affecting our lives and reshaping our economic and social, cultural, and environment, human. We need to shape a future for us by putting people first and empowering them. The fourth industrial revolution.
Professor Charles, you are amazing. Please limit time. Please conclude. Thank you, Professor Charles. You are great, but we didn't hear you good. You are amazing always. Please stop. Please finish. Conclusion. Go. You are finished. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Professor Charles, for your amazing speech. Let's give a big applause for him. Unfortunately, we don't have much
for
time.
our amazing Africa fan of IIU.
Yeah. So now, before we continue to the fourth speaker, I want to remind all our honorable speakers that we only have 10 to 12 minutes for each speaker. So please maintain the following time. So now our first speaker is Professor Rahul Chaudhry. He is HOD, School of Hospitality and Tourism, Sister Nivedita University from India. Please, sir, enlighten us with your insight. The stage is yours. And once again, please remind the time that we are providing. Thank you.
I think, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, just give me 1 second. Okay, the screen is visible.
Yes, it's visible full screen.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you so much. I'll try to make it a little very quick because I don't want to keep others waiting. Professor Charles, thank you so much. Amazing speech, but the time limit was a little, it went out. Anyways, I'll try my level best to do justice with my topic. The topic for today is travel and tourism. I am from the hospitality and tourism industry. I studied. Apart from that, I did my job outside and various different conditions on board with cruise lines, airlines, as well as hotels all over the world. So my topic does not have too much of content in the sense it does not have too much of speech. I have more of pictures from which I will try my level best to make you understand that what is the role of technology in travel and tourism industry. This industry, which is something like, one of the biggest industry in the world, it got very badly affected during COVID, and but again, by God's grace, we are able to revive back. Tourism is something that we cannot, starting from the time we get up in the morning. If we are going abroad, we have to stay in the hotels. We are going out of our house, we have to use the hotels. So nowadays the things are absolutely different. It's no more like, the previous generation or previous days that, you're just going to the hotel, traveling with your family, kids and all. No, it's not like that anymore. We have got our, the present generation is completely into the internet, right? You have mobile phones in your hand. You are not going for any kind of travel agents. That is also a disadvantage, where there is a lot of, the job opportunities. People are losing jobs just because of this, intervention of technology. It's not always that technology helps us everywhere. There are severe bad effects also, not only health, but also it's kicking the stomach of the people. The travel and tourist agents, we are avoiding them these days, because we have everything in our hand. We have so many number of applications. We have such a vast technology in front of us. We don't need anybody. We don't need even, have to go outside and recharge our mobile phones. So everything is done. The technology is something which is for a robot. Somebody was giving a speech regarding robot technology is something. I was into Royal Caribbean. It's one of the world's largest cruise ship. They have got technologies where it is a cocktail is being made by a robot. You can see in the visuals in front of you, the robots are serving. It's even not abroad only. It's here we have in India, in Bangalore, everywhere. Even nowadays in Kolkata also, just beside my house, they are coming up with the latest invention of, the robots are standing outside and the welcome drinks are served by the robot. So the technology things has grown really very rapidly. We are addicted to it completely. We are no more into a traditional, a waiter is coming to your table. You can see the picture in front. A waiter is coming in front of your table and ordering the food. You do not need that. You go to Dubai, every table has got a 3D vision system where you can select, you can have a visual of the entire food, what you are going to eat. So this is something absolutely amazing. I'm going to eat a warm chocolate volcano, and I have a visual in my mind that, okay, this thing supposed to look like this, which is actually you have it on your table, and you can completely revolve the entire thing. You can touch the screen, so it's just in front of you. You don't need anybody's, the menus are fixed. The menus are designed with the help of 3D technology. Even the door locking system in the hotels. So you can see the next picture on your left hand side bottom, which is door locking technologies. Everything you have it in your mobile phones. I was into a cruise ship for 4.5 years. There we had a system which is, you don't need any, just a card is more than enough. The technology has gone to such an extent. The card is being used not only to swipe it in, outside the port in different US or UK ports. Not only that, the card is basically, it is being used to take out money from the machine, as well as whenever I'm, locking my cabin door, it's completely with the help of the same card. Okay, so that this is what I'm talking about, which is the technology is, increasing. It's day by day. Mobile technology, augmented reality, different internet of things, so much of delivery apps these days. You don't need to go out inside to a restaurant. Of course they are losing the business. You're sitting in your house. Like few days back, we were craving, me and my family were craving for, let us go outside and have some nice ice cream. So everybody got lazy. Who will go out? Let's take up the phone, open the app, push harder into the different varieties of, number of apps that you have installed in your mobile phones, and automatically the ice creams are delivered to your house. So it's nothing, and the packaging is absolutely wonderful with a this ice backpack. With the help of that, it's cushioned properly with as much as like ice things and all you require. It's completely in your house. The 5G technologies are coming up these days, so everything, it's like wireless. You don't have to wait in a restaurant, and nowadays that the chefs, they have to wait for the lined up orders that is in front of them. It's absolutely not like these days. You have got a tablet in front of you. You just press that thing and automatically the orders are transferred. Not only that, even nowadays you have got, you know, different, like if there is a long queue in the restaurant, it's not that you are waiting outside the road. It's no more. Those days are gone. Slowly in India also we are developing all these things, but of course in foreign countries and on different onboard experiences, what I have seen, which is you don't have to wait and stand in a line. You have a separate place where you are allotted one pager. So the pager automatically, whenever the guest goes out, the pager will get vibrates, and the vibrates says that your table at number 1 has emptied. So please come down to the restaurant and take your seat and start ordering. So you can see there are different wearables, robot bartender. So, but yes, one thing which is true, I will say that the touch for a hospitality as a personnel that we have, like if I smile in front of you, the robot cannot smile, right? It's like it's working on human instructions. So with every positivity there is a negative. With this, I would like to end my speech. Probably I have maintained the time. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone.
Thanks a lot, Professor Rahul, for your insightful presentation. Now we have another great speaker from India. Our next speaker is Dr. Subrata Chattopadhyay. He is a professor in HOD Business Administration from University of Engineering and Management. Please, sir, enlighten us with your amazing knowledge. The stage is yours, and Professor Rahul, please kindly stop sharing the screen.
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Greetings to everyone. I can see Nada madam and sir. Sir is already here sharing this. So great. Yeah, Professor Mondol is also here. So yeah, great.
Welcome,
So,
great Professor Dr. Subrata. Welcome.
yeah, thank you. I'll just try to share my screen. Yeah. Is it visible?
Not yet.
Just a minute.
Can you make it full screen?
Yeah, I'll. Is it full screen?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Great.
Excellent.
Great. So basically, the topic that I'll deliberate on is about how VR simulations are impacting the teaching learning outcomes in educational institutions. So before I go into VR simulations, let us take a short trip to the history of virtual reality and augmented reality. So since the invention of media, people have sought an ultimately immersive experience. And that's how in 1961, Philco had mounted display, HMD, that we call of, it came into being. So it was basically a displayed video from a remote camera, and it had a magnetic system to track the head movements. Okay. And it tracked the movements. The track movements were used to control the position of the remote camera, as you can see. And Sensorama came into being in 1962, which was basically a stereoscopic display, had stereo sound, pre-recorded video content, and provided wind and smells. So that was how virtual reality and augmented reality started in the world. Now let us understand that what virtual reality is all about. So it's basically a high-end user interface that uses real-time simulation and interacts through the multiple channels. And virtual, as we can understand, is imaginary rather than a real one. Virtual reality allows a user to interact with the consumer in the simulated environment. And there are different types of virtual reality, like as we know, non-immersive systems are there, like workstations. Augmented reality systems are there, and immersive systems are there. So see simulated world and be in that simulated world. That's the mantra. So we have, as I said, virtual reality, which is a fully artificial environment, wherein you have full immersion in virtual environment. Then you have augmented reality, wherein virtual objects overlaid on a real world environment. So the real world enhanced with digital objects that we experience in augmented reality. And then you have mixed reality, which is virtual environment combined with the real world. Okay, so there is interaction between the real and the virtual environment. Now, so this is basically, the structure of virtual reality, right? Basic and enhanced model. Then, in enhanced, you have partially immersive and fully immersive virtual reality that I was talking about. Now, let me go straight away that how students and teachers are ready to use VR in education. So the results of the studies on VR impact in student engagement in the learning process, it shows that, it has been used in the learning process. In more than 60% of the cases, the students have increased attention when they are exposed to a VR environment. And the teachers they see this technology as the best option for personalized differentiated learning. At the school level, modern school children and students are using the games and this VR tools, and they are more interested in playing than listening to the teachers. So teaching techniques that worked 50 years ago are actually inactive for today's students. And educators can either struggle against technologies or they use them as an advantage to teach the kids more productively. Now, in 2018, a survey was conducted wherein 18% of the US educational institutions had fully developed VR, and 46% of the colleges employed VR in some forms on the campus. So this means that VR in education is coming up, and the forecast is that VR in education would be a $700 million market by 2025. And Fortune Business Insights even predicts that VR in education market will grow from $656 million that was there in 2018 to $13 billion in 2026. So that talks about the importance of VR in education. Now, in school education, as I said, how VR can be used or already being used. So VR tools are used in classroom to simulate certain objects. For example, when you are dissecting a frog, maybe school children do this procedure in an educational VR. So virtual frog dissection is done. So pupils dissect a simulated frog or examine the structure of the body without harming an animal. So it's guided by the hologram of a teacher and covers every step students would normally take while dissecting a frog in the classroom. Similarly, a virtual laboratory will soon be enough to conduct experiments in physics and chemistry. VR headsets would be worn by the students, and children would be exploring any continent during geography lessons. Google expeditions also allow the students to take a tour, wander on the moon, or fly to the Mars if they want. Similarly, exposure to the VR films can be also done. So VR applications in school education can be used if it's leveraged to a great extent. Similarly, in higher education, Harvard University is developing an AR or VR studio called Harvard Innovation Labs for students studying for a degree. And such a laboratory would help future scientists to master the technology to use innovation in the research. Similarly, Colorado State University has also set up a laboratory for students, up to 100 students. So the creator of the laboratory, Dr. Todd Clapp, he is a professor of anatomy and neuroanatomy. He has set a goal to supplement the study of anatomy with exciting elements. So according to Harvard Business Review, VR trained surgeons are 230% more efficient. I repeat, 230% more efficient at performing surgical procedures than traditionally trained specialists. And students at technical universities, they also own their skills in immersive environments. So just a year ago, the European Union Aviation Society Agency introduced a VR device for pilot training. Hello, can I continue, please?
Yes, sir. Please, you can continue.
Yeah, just 2 minutes. So it allows you to work out the riskiest maneuvers in an immersive environment. So pilots, instructors, and test pilots, they practice on this equipment. Also in distance learning, that is, today we are having education without borders, and the COVID-19 pandemic has shown the society how important distance learning is. So VR is becoming an incentive for the students taking online education. Gamification, technology adaptation, etc. is going on seamlessly, and teachers are creating 3D versions of classrooms wherein each student has a personal avatar that can move around in the classroom and communicate with their mates. Okay, so a teacher distributed virtual reality headsets to 28 students in an experiment so that they are able to enter the virtual classroom and interact with each other. And the teacher did not have to record the video lessons. They were conducted live, but in a virtual world. So this is not a cheap project, but the scope of remote VR learning is limited by the fact that not every student possibly can buy a headset. VR is also used in vocational training, and companies are also using VR to a great extent. For example, Walmart is using VR to train employees on how to behave during periods of heavy workloads, like Black Friday, etc., or how to handle long queues, numerous discounts, complaints from waiting customers. So with the help of VR headsets, they go into various situations and choose the behavior strategy in a particular case. And the colleagues watch a trainee through a screen and comment on the decision. So the onboarding format of Walmart means that new employees will make fewer mistakes at work and perform as efficiently as experienced workers. So VR would actually enable the new employees to be as efficient as the experienced workers. Similarly, Hilton Hotels and Resorts also simulates real scenarios in virtual environment so that the teams understand the complexities of working in a hotel, know how to behave in different situations, and learn to empathize with colleagues and customers. So employees learn to perfect their day-to-day operations, from cleaning hotel rooms, checking in guests. So according to hotel chain managers, this approach to training helps employees to maintain top-class services. Okay, so basically VR is going to enhance the education, and the scope of VR is immense. Okay, so according to Statista, right, VR is going to break down the language barriers. In 2019, English was treated as a foreign language for 22.6% of the US school children. But then gradually, VR would have language translation function also, so that language is not a barrier or an impediment to the education process, right? So there are a lot of initiatives and scopes which are taking on adaptation of the VR learning process in school education, in higher education, and in industry going on. And this is going to be the Zoom thing for the future to come. So the education system has evolved over the centuries, always adapting to the new technologies and the needs of the students, be it school children. So the new generation of school children is accustomed to receiving information through smartphones, and VR provides the optimal compromise between students and educators. So the technology recreates a comfortable environment for the modern student, which makes the learning relevant. So in the future, when VR education is used on a full scale by schools, we'll see amazing results. So that's basically, all that I had to say. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Subrata, for your great presentation. Let's give a big applause for him. So now we're going to hear from another great speaker. Our sixth speaker is Dr. Manju Gupta. She is the Director of Strategic Management, Magalmay Group of Institutions. So please load up our session with your insights, ma'am. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much. At first, I must congratulate to the Global Education Forum, International Internship University, IIU Research Centre, the Policy, Times and World Education Council for coming up with such a wonderful conference. And the topic chosen is emerging technologies for the next industrial revolution. At the same time, I'm also very excited to be part of this conference also because we are talking about metaverse and AR, VR and gamification and how this changing the entire education perspective and in fact how the education industry is going to be revolutionized by using all these technologies. I think I'm going through this session for last 1 hour. So we are talking about AR, VR and gamification, majorly about how AI is changing the game. So, but I'll take only few points that how does the real metaverse will benefit the e-learning industry? Because this is again a question. Because we are talking about metaverse and how this metaverse is going to benefit the e-learning industry. So I think metaverse will definitely have a significant impact on e-learning, giving the virtual learning environment a more lifelike skills and feel and making learning itself more engaging and experiential. Organizations must choose their learning modalities wisely and ensure it aligns with what learner want and what is the business requirement. So based on the learner requirement and the business requirement, we have to choose what technology we want to adopt into this, specifically education domain. Metaverse is already here, like K-12 schools are already using it in the education, while social media and gaming giants are investing heavily in the space. Educators are using the metaverse for virtual field trips. During the COVID, we all have realized that how extensively we have used all these technologies. And now we are moving forward to the hybrid environment and we get the habitual of, this particular technologies being into keeping in view the benefits which we have seen. So STEM classes and physical education, all I think metaverse is already there, into K-12 schools already. But again, the question is, will the metaverse replace the school? The metaverse is not a replacement for teachers. Instead, it is a tool through which teachers can spark learning and social interaction in new ways, which we all are practicing and trying to give more and more exposure to our students and of course to the education community. But how could universities use the metaverse in the future? Because as of now, school and university both are using these, but how universities use the metaverse in coming time? So taking students, from a video call and giving them a 3D world to roam around and discover could solve the engagement issues that currently exist within that learning space. Engagement is always an issue in terms of higher education. But I think by involving 3D world to roam around and get a feeling of lifelike skills, I mean, this will definitely give, a relief to the engagement issues. And creating an avatar can inspire creativity and help you feel more connected with that virtual reality. But how can metaverse be used in education? I think underlying metaverse technologies have also been used in the education. So Dr. has already told about how we are, virtual reality is enabling the creation of immersive technology learning environment and can helping the enhancement of, student understanding of a topic by simulation and other, this metaverse things. But what could the metaverse mean for higher education? I think we all know that, schools are adopting it, but how metaverse can mean for higher education? So some of the participating colleges will have headset available for on-campus students to attend classes in the metaverse. All students can explore a 2D version of their digital campuses using regular computers. Courses will be synchronous or multi-students as if they were attending classes on physical campuses. We are already witnessing, we are attending so many conferences, and during these conferences we came out that how this conference can be conducted in a virtual environment more, better than in a physical, ways. But now the question is, like, we know that there are different metaverse platforms, but what are the most, popular metaverse platform? I think as per my understanding, the most popular metaverse platform is Decentraland. So Decentraland is one of the most and largest popular metaverse platform, and it is at the forefront of the newest trend in the real estate, owing virtual plots to the land. And the Ethereum blockchain-based platform allow user to purchase land within the virtual environment using Mana. Mana is again one of the most Decentraland metaverse platform. But as a previous speaker has told about AI and VR, but then is metaverse is AI or VR? I think metaverse is also a virtual reality universe that enable user interaction using various technologies like AI, augmenting reality, virtual reality. So it also, help user engage with 3D digital objects and virtual avatar using various technologies and solutions. So metaverse is basically a virtual reality universe, which use various technology like AI, VR, and AR. But how this metaverse is going to change the world? I think metaverse is offering 3D environments, which has hope of being the virtual environment for these social movements. Employee of the same company can spread across the globe will have the potential to meet up in the metaverse to brainstorm at higher creative levels so as to solve the problems. So earlier in previous days, like, if there is a global conference is happening or there is a global meet across different offices, then people has to attend the physical meetings. But now I think metaverse is solving all these issues where you feel like you are meeting in person. But keeping all these things in mind, we also have to keep this in our thought process that what would be the impact of metaverse in education? If we are adopting all these, then what would be the impact? So one of the metaverse advantage is enabling students to attend their classes virtually and providing elements that are involved in the real classrooms. I think this is more engaging comparative to the real classroom, but then there is always a debate happening that real classroom has its own sanctity and this virtual classroom has its own, features. But students in metaverse can interact with teachers and communicate with classmates through their avatars. So I think this is going to be one of the most important technologies in coming time, and we all have to adopt with these things. And this is definitely going to be game changer. So this is all about from my side because a lot has been talked about AI and VR. So I think this is all about metaverse. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Manju Gupta. And I do really agree that emerging technology will give big impact to education or e-learning, but it's not going to completely replace teachers or lecturers, even though in the metaverse or the help of artificial intelligence. Because in education, we still need the creative thoughts that human beings have. So once again, thanks a lot, Dr. Manju. Now let's hear another amazing perspective from our next speaker. He is Mr. Edward Prabirmandal from Canada. He is founder and chief learning evangelist at Global Academy of Holistic Leadership and Coaching, Canada, and CEO of Prerona Television Canada. Please, sir, enlighten us with your views. The stage is yours.
Thank you. It's my humble privilege and I'm honored to share my thoughts with you. I am grateful to all the organizers for providing me the opportunity, and thank you for your leaderships, all the organizers. Thank you very much, and all the distinguished professors and presenters here. I would like to thank, and I'm learning so many things. So my role as an edupreneur, I will be sharing my thoughts with you. So, and also some simulation. So here, we're talking about the emerging technology for the next industrial revolution. So I will be sharing my experience because I'm actually working as a private college. Means I'm owner of a private college here. So I'll just share what I'm actually facing challenges when I am implementing these technologies for my institution. Sorry. Okay. So we already discussed fourth industrial revolution. I'm not discussing with because most of the things have already been discussed. So what I would like to share with you is from the educational perspective here. So what we see that emerging technologies, data science, 3D printing, Internet of Things, AI, and a lot of other things. So the problems that we are facing in the society, how we can deal, right? As an education in the education industry, what we are seeing is we're having a lot of challenges. And why we're providing educations, we're having issues like poverty, sustainability, climate change, gender inequalities, and we're all aligned with the sustainable development goal. So when we have this big problem, how do you tackle these issues? Now we can see that a passion project, which main goal is to solve big problem through the technology. Now here in this thing, then finally what we are getting actually is a design thinking methodology, and through which we solving the problem. So when we're talking about future, we need to have kind of a holistic approach, holistic overview of what we are talking about. So it is very important, the future ready passion projects learning methodology. So it is very important to understand the big picture and see where we are heading towards. And if at all, like different nations, different countries have their own challenges. So it is very important to understand this thing and how these technologies are assisting to solve our problems. This is very important to understand. Now, in that, we also see the creativity and maker skill, social emotional learning curriculum, and social entrepreneurship curriculum. And these the roles of technology. When we are talking about technology, there is a changing landscape of employment trends. But jobs that are available now may be obsolete in the future. Now, what we are doing in this context, we're using this technology, and then the changing landscape of technology, the exponential digital age brings with it unfamiliar technology. Hence, university need to consistently anticipate and prepare for changing skill and new knowledge. And the changing of students' attitude and behavior from digital immigrants to digital natives. So it's very important now, changing landscape of demands. We may be confronted with unforeseen problems and issues in the future. So if you can imagine, right, what is going on, right? See, we have a challenge in employment. We have a challenge in the, we are having new technologies, and then the students' attitudes and behaviors are changing. Now, what is our role and what we can do? So that's what we should focus on. Now here, I will be sharing with you the other thing is because the two slides I will, focus on my presentation. I will share with you the previous speaker has already shared the VR and AI, the artificial, the augmented reality and the virtual reality. I'll just share with you my what I've been implementing and working with that. So just an example here, I'll just share with you. So okay, so this is a Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce. They have in 2020, 2021, they have a whole year, a year long the program. This is a platform like an virtual reality. So I'll just share with you how it works. So I think most of you know and you have been used virtual reality, the platform. So when you enter into that, we can go to the auditorium, and you can, when you enter into the auditorium, we can see so you might have a YouTube presentations or something that you can link to it. So this is kind of like a example for like a virtual reality. Now this is like for any institution, like for example, for us, we have been trying to implement that one, and we are having challenged. The students are not only using one technology, they're using a different platform. I'll share with you another the virtual augmented reality platform. Sorry. So we as an educator, as in like in the education industry, we are using these different platform to help our students. So what we are like having challenges here, right? When we are using these technologies, and like most of us, as you know, right, we are having issues like a cost or the like resources. So like for example, in India or Bangladesh or Pakistan, some of the institutions cannot afford some of the technologies. So what we can do, what do you have any thoughts that we can do? Like it is not possible for a government to support. There are also non-government institutions are there. So as an education institution, like what we are doing is leverage these resources for us. So we, I'll just share with you this platform here. Sorry, just give me a moment. So in the meantime, it's just loading. So in the meantime, I'll just share with you a few other things. Sorry. Okay. So when we're talking about the AI, like I'm also implementing for my institution AI. There are a lot of new things that's adapted learning, chat campus, proctoring, chat box, personalized learning. So according to the need for your institutions or your school, right, you can implement those roles there. Sorry. Okay. So there are examples also here, like for example here. When you are taking the applications of roles of AI here in educations, we can see in these pedagogical agents are there, intelligent tutoring systems are there, adapted learning, there learning analytics are there, smart classrooms, learning environment and schools, and the school management system. So when we're working right with an institutions, there are there are stakeholders. So there should be a stakeholder discussions, like we have been discussing with other stakeholders what can be done. Like I think that there are institutions they are not communicating with each other, and also they're not getting, like here I congratulate you guys, because in this platform, right, we are discussing, we're using these resources, we're using these technologies, we are sharing our knowledge, and it is very important for us to at least understand each other. Let me just give me a moment. Let me share the sorry. Okay, yeah, it's good now. So this is like a augmented reality platform, right? I can this is actually like a virtual campus. So when you are just entering into the system, right, you can go to that any other platform here. You can see different this campus, so you can have your own emoji created, and also right, see the virtual campus. You can go to the you can also go to the auditorium, lobby, and everything. So it's kind of an augmented reality platform. So this all other platform that you're using is a very important for us. Like, as you know, that we're dealing with students, we're dealing with the learners. We need to make sure that it is effective for them. It is like a friendly, user friendly for them. So with all the platform that you're using, one of the things that is very important is, right, whether we are sharing the resources, whether it is appropriate for them. So with that, I'd like to thank you everyone, just to share my thoughts with you. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Edward, for your amazing presentation, and also share with us how is the virtual campus in your institution. It's really nice to see it on the platform. Let's give warm applause once again to Mr. Edward. So our next speaker is Dr. Pramod Mahajan. He is a Board of Director, Principal Executive Council, Sharjah Private Education Authority from United Arab Emirates. Please, sir, light up our session with your insight. The stage is yours.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Namaste, namaskaram, salam alaikum. This is Dr. Pramod Mahajan from UAE. Let us think about emerging trend in the field of education and the fourth generation technological revolution. The beginning itself, I wanted to tell you one thing. Yes, a lot of metaverse, a lot of augmented reality, a lot of technology is must for bringing the change, for transforming the revolution. But remember one thing, the mankind, humanity, human trends are always leading each and everything. We can explore the technology, we can embrace the technology, but remember, in that process, if we become techno addict, then there will be a big issue. We can explore the machine learning without becoming a machine, because ultimately we are the one who are generating the machine, we are the one who are creating the technology, and we are the one who are teaching to the world what the technology is. So that's my humble request. Don't be techno addict, don't become yourself machine, explore the machine and explore the technology, embrace the technology, and that is the revolution. Let me share my screen and then we will think and we will discuss about various aspects, augmented reality, and how we are getting challenged and we are challenging the technology also. So let me share my screen. Yes, it's taking some time. One minute. Yes. Is the screen visible?
Yes.
Is the screen?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. So emerging technology for the revolution. It's all about education, education, and education to be the next industrial revolution. We'll think about what is technological revolution, what is the example, how the digital transformation is happening. From the students' perspective, when it happened, how it happened, why it happened, what are the various components to be a future fit, to be beyond the aspect, beyond the universal aspect, how AI, AR, VR, and MI come into the context, and how the skills are important. Augmented, virtual, and real-time resources. What are the real-time resources who are explaining that yes, the revolution is happening and transformation is happening, and how we are assessing the things and what will be the next step. There are a lot of logical contradiction, how we are rejecting and modifying to sequencing the logical aspect by critical thinking. So the revolution depends on how effectively you are overcoming the logical contradiction. You are modifying yourself, you are rejecting so many things, taking the best decision, most appropriate solution for logical sequencing using critical thinking. Let me explain what are those revolution happen, 1, 2, 3, and fourth one, what is the impact of that? This is not my view. It is on behalf of CNBC, and thanks to CNBC about understanding the need of fourth revolution.
First introduced to the phrase the fourth industrial revolution, and it's been a hot topic among academics, politicians, and business leaders.
Everyone is thinking about what is
exactly
that?
does it mean?
Started with
The term Fourth Industrial Revolution was coined by the founder of the World Economic Forum, a former professor named Klaus Schwab. Schwab wrote a book with that title to describe an era marked by a technological revolution that is blurring the lines between the physical, digital, and biological
Physical,
spheres.
digital,
Let's
and
break that
biological
down.
spheres.
Technologies like artificial intelligence, autonomous vehicles, or the Internet of Things are becoming ingrained in our day-to-day lives and even our bodies. Think of voice-activated virtual assistants, Face ID recognition, or healthcare sensors. Schwab first presented his vision of the fourth industrial revolution at the World Economic Forum's annual meeting here in Davos in 2016. But to understand the idea, we need to go much further back in history, to Industrial Revolution number one. The first Industrial Revolution started in Great Britain around 1760 and spread to Europe and North America in the early 1800s. It was powered by a major invention, the steam engine. The result? New manufacturing processes, the creation of factories, and a booming textiles industry. From the late 1800s, the second industrial revolution was marked
1800, second industrial revolution.
And new industries like steel, oil, and electricity. The light bulb, telephone, and internal combustion engine were a few of the major inventions of this era. The third industrial revolution, sometimes known as the digital revolution, occurred in the second half of the 20th century. In just a few decades, we saw the invention of the semiconductor, personal computer, and the internet. So what separates the fourth industrial revolution from the third? Experts say the main difference is that technology is merging more and more with humans' lives, and that technological change is happening faster than ever. Consider this. It took 75 years for 100 million users to adopt the telephone.
75 years, 100 million.
2 years, while Pokemon
2
Go
years,
got that out
100
in
million.
1 month.
1 month, 100 million. Revolution. Technological aspects.
In the fourth industrial revolution. The industry has gone from a business idea to big business, with 3D printer shipments expected to increase from just under 200,000 in 2015 to 2.4 million in 2020. Today, you can have a hip replacement from a 3D printed bone or use a 3D printed bionic arm. Talk about blurring the line between humans and technology, right? This new era of technology is driving a lot of innovation. You can see in the start the number of patents related to the fourth industrial revolution for things like 3D printing or AI has been climbing up and up since early 2000. Organizations are embracing new technologies to make their businesses more efficient, similar to how they embraced the steam engine during the first industrial revolution. But some companies and governments are struggling to keep up with the fast pace of technological change. Research shows innovators, investors, and shareholders benefit the most from innovation.
Innovation is the key for
The
revolution.
industrial revolution is making inequality, which is already a big issue, even worse. One study found billionaires have driven almost 80% of the 40 main breakthrough innovations over the last 40 years. That's a problem when the richest 1% of households already own nearly half of the world's wealth. Experts warn we are in a winner-takes-all.
That's the main problem.
High-skilled workers are rewarded with high pay, and the rest of workers are left out. Studies confirm technologies like AI will eliminate some jobs and create demand for new skills that many workers don't have. Privacy concerns are another issue.
Privacy
As the fourth
concerns.
industrial revolution turns every company into a
Cyber security, cyber
Industries from food
attacks.
to retail to banking are going digital, and they're collecting a lot more data about their customers along the way. Users are starting to worry that companies know too much about their private digital lives. The World Economic Forum says a majority of leaders don't have confidence their organizations are ready for the changes associated with the fourth industrial revolution. With tech changing fast every day, it's time to catch up.
Yes. So these are the challenges. These are the aspects. Are we ready? Augmented reality experiences are used on legacy devices like phones. Mixed reality, X factor of reality. Things are changing. The breaking iceberg to be ready, think deep, think within, think around, and think beyond. This thinking process makes you fit to make the fourth revolution successful. Yes, but computers don't think. Technology don't think. Who thinks? Human beings. A good human. A mind which is sound. Well-being, mental well-being, physical well-being, psychometric well-being, psychiatric well-being, psychomotor well-being, cognitive well-being, cognitive well-being. That is the key element to make this revolution successful. The time has come, we have to think about those revolution which is related with the human trend if we have to be sustained the fourth revolution and thinking about the fifth revolution. The industrial revolution fourth, what does it mean for us? Is it meaning something for us? Let us see.
What is Industry 4.0 and what does it mean for you? Technology is driving change across all areas of society. Not only do we increasingly use it and even rely on it in our personal lives, we also find our workplaces digitally evolving with more and more processes
Evolving
now being
digitally.
undertaken using technology. This change is known as the fourth industrial revolution or Industry 4.0. Industry 4.0 will see many tasks that were once performed by us now being automated.
Is
With
this
the
only the
collection and
change?
analysis of real-time data, artificial intelligence, and the ability for all components of a production line to talk to each other, production can be really efficient and personalized according to customer needs. But what does this mean for us? With increased automation, our time will be freed up for concentrating on more complex tasks. We will need a workforce who are capable of building, programming, and developing these technologies, but also making sure we are applying them to our lives in an ethical way. There are
Ethical way
core
of
skills that
application
we
is
can offer
must.
that technology cannot replace. The human touch is going to be
This is
incredibly
important.
important, ensuring effective communication, problem solving, and supporting change management in this digital environment. There will also be a greater need for joint working across disciplines, creating new innovations. The future job market will be looking for graduates with an open mind to explore the unknown future possibilities.
Unknown
We will
future
all need to
possibilities.
develop our skills in order to embrace, adapt to this ever-changing environment. What will you do to make sure you are ready and have the right skills to thrive in the fourth industrial revolution?
What will you do? Update yourself and saves a lot of extra effort. Old crow and modern crow, nothing else. Revolution is happening, but are you ready? Yes, these are the techniques. Smart working, digitalized working, but with the smartness of your brain. That is important. Do not limit a child to your own learning, for he was born in another time. Don't limit the learning process. Give the complete ownership to the learners. Minimum intervention in the process of learning brings maximum learning outcome. Professor Sugata Mitra. Education model, multidimensionalism will make you fit. Evolving education model. Students are digitally smarter, make them digitally thinker also. Design thinking. Exponential technologies. Yes, explore the technology without becoming techno addict. Data, be data driven, be authentic data driven. Augmented reality, yes, it is changing the world. Let me cite some real-time example of augmented reality which we are using and changing the world. But yes, we are kindling the fire, not filling the empty vessel. PhD students understanding the world with augmented reality, real-time example.
Yes, it's a lion. What does the lion say? Where eagle?
Human trend with fourth revolution in education, technology. So check and balance is required.
Bye guys.
Google Earth. They are finding their school on the earth, on the globe.
Sharjah Indian School? Yeah.
They are finding London, different countries. At the same time, role play plays a vital role. Human trends with digitalized aspect bringing the change. Role play. The airport is developed within the classroom. KG student. Check-in is done. Thought process, thinking, application, teamwork. See the thought process.
This is harmonious literature. This literature is beautiful words that surround them.
Bringing them closer to the nature using technology. That is the revolution.
Blue sky, sun, butterfly, river, frog, and fish, and many more things. And the best are an integral part of nature, and every animal has special place in nature. This is polluted nature. This nature with body affect like humans, animals, trees. So we should respect and protect the nature and avoid cutting trees, plants, and polluting air, water, and river. Thank you.
It's all about thinking classrooms. Change the classrooms into a thinking process by thinking deep, thinking within, thinking around, thinking beyond. Thinking classroom. Again, the real-time examination, which will bring the change in the field of education. Think.
What will happen
if we don't have a nose?
We cannot smell anything.
What will happen?
We smell.
Okay. Siya Lakshmi.
We cannot smell.
Or and
Breathe.
breathe. Yes.
We can
If there is
Children, what can you see in the board?
kitchen.
Very good. Now tell me, if there is no kitchen in your home, what will you do? What will happen?
We cannot eat food.
Oh, you cannot eat food, Nuha. What will happen? Then what will you do?
We will go to hotel.
You will go to hotel. Children, what can you see in
What
the
will happen?
board?
Thinking classroom, put a question and they will give their answers. Nothing is correct, nothing is wrong. This thought process will bring the change, will bring the revolution, will make you ready for fourth generation or fourth technological revolution. What is this evaluation for in education?
Education is no stranger to change, perhaps now more so than
Are
ever.
you driving the change
In
or you are
Education
getting driven by the
1.0,
change?
we saw learners as receptacles of knowledge. We spoke and they listened. We gave them information and they regurgitated it.
That was the
It was a
first.
primitive system with little or no collaboration. Technology in the classroom was banned, and information was usually in the form of a stand-up routine supported by handouts, textbooks, videos, and occasionally the World Wide Web. Then came Education 2.0. Learners were encouraged to learn in more spontaneous and explorative ways. We facilitated the learning opportunities, and they gained knowledge by formulating and solving their own problems. Technology was used in basic ways. Wikis, podcasts, blogs, and personal websites enabled learners to directly interact with the online content and one another. A few clicks later, and we entered Education 3.0. Learners now share their knowledge to co-create new knowledge. They have their own access to information,
Creating new
with
knowledge,
option to learn
third
virtually, and
evaluation.
platforms to easily connect with us and one another. Education is no longer centred upon a back and forth between them and us. Instead, we have been transformed into a coach, advisor, learner and resource guide, providing our learners with the tools and direction to create their own ideas in the digital landscape and beyond. So what's next?
Meta digital.
We are now on the cusp of a new phase, Education 4.0. This vision of the future of education aligns itself with the emerging fourth industrial revolution. With the world changing so rapidly and so often, we need to ensure that our learners are adaptable and at the forefront of current and emerging technologies. Education 4.0 takes the lessons of Education 3.0 and propels them forward into something much more dynamic.
more
Smart
dynamic.
technologies, artificial intelligence, robotics, cloud workflows, and more are informing change across the board. And we need to embrace and adapt with our learners to enable them to develop the skills they need, not only to effectively use current technologies, but to adapt to and embrace emerging ones.
And yes, that fourth generation learner make you the future of the world. They are the scaffolder, they are the change maker, they are the pathfinder, they are the explorer, and beyond that, the learners are the future if they explore the technology without becoming a techno addict, if they use the machine for learning without becoming a machine, because they are the future. So on my behalf, I wanted to dedicate this song to all the edu leaders and all the students. The song is written by me and produced by our students, indicating that whatever with the revaluation come, we are the future.
Yes, we are the future. Yes, we are the future. Yes, we are the future. History creator, innovator, trendsetter, change maker. Yes, we are the future. Sculpture of future, space explorer, self-motivator, design thinker. Yes, we are the future. Scaffolder, risk taker, lifelong learner, path setter. Yes, we are the future. Yes, we are the future. Yes, we are the future.
Thank you very much. And that's from my side. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Pramod, for your fantastic presentation and also your song. I really like it. Let's give warm, big applause for him. So Dr. Pramod is our last speaker for today's session, but we are not going to end this session now because we have Professor Samir Mukherjee with us. He is founder and CEO of IVRFF. He will show us the metaverse space. So please, sir, the stage is yours.
Good afternoon. Professor Mandal, Pradipta Mandal asked me, can you show today's Sunday? Everything is off and I have my own login ID. So I tried, it is working. I do not know how much it will work and all this, because of try to understand exactly what is the metaverse part. Metaverse, the entire part is in the cloud. Okay, the key is with you. So if you press that key from the cloud, it will take to your computer and giving you the access to go through. This is the, very, very in a nutshell, this is the concepts. So I told Professor Mondal also last time that we have a space that's for our IVRFF to, to do the we have so many different kind of program, but here this particular space is in Korea. Okay, let me go to that space. Please allow me to use these things, admin rights. And I seriously do not know that it will work or not, because of I have the admin rights of that, but I do not know if they, stop it from their end because of today's Sunday. I do not know, but let me try. And second thing is, I never use Zoom with this. Okay, so that's one of the very, very interesting point. It is also a kind of a learner episode that I can use Zoom to explain what exactly is that. So I will show you just where our seminar or the conference will be there in IVRFF. So that is the things. Okay. I have, do I have that? No. Oh, yes, I have. Beautiful. Thank you.
Professor Samir, we are so excited.
Oh, you know, because of
Yes.
sweating. No. I'm rushing out and in because of I call my people and nobody picked up the phone because of Sunday evening. They're just thinking their boss are absolutely mad. And I want to talk to this company also, that if somebody help me out, otherwise you can see that, okay, what is this? It is not very interesting things, but at least we need some more people. You know, I can talk there, but I need visitors. But visitors can be there, but they need a speaker at least. So let's try. This is our VSVR this thing, but before that, I'm going to a demo channel. I have to select my avatar. I have a Professor Samir, but I'm just using this at this moment. Oh, what is this? Why this thing is giving me so much of problem? You can see my screen, isn't it?
Yes, we are following you. Yes.
I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky that it is working. And oh my God.
You come back to select the avatar.
Yeah, but the question is why it is not.
Mm.
This is what? Actually, I can't see because of it is
You come back.
behind
You
this.
come back to join a space. Click enter. Then you can come to your avatar. Click enter.
This too is.
Yes, there. Click.
Enter.
Again, avatar. Yes. Click.
Enter.
Enter.
But it's just disconnect.
But it writes
Something
Research
wrong,
Manager
something.
Connect Success. It writes that it is, you come back, but it writes you can.
Let me go to that IVRFF. Let's see. It is not working. No, I'll not leave like that way. Just 1 minute. Let me go through the beginning. Actually, it will not work in under Zoom, probably.
Maybe.
Because
Yes,
so
maybe.
many times.
Yes.
So that is the reason. It because of Zoom is taking my video, my audio devices and all this. This particular software is also taking that thing. So they're clashing, probably. Let me try once again. Okay, this is my last try.
Professor Samir,
Stop
can you
share.
try? Professor Samir, can you try on the first version, not on the demo, on the first original here?
First one is not absolutely stopped.
Okay.
It's closed, probably.
Okay.
It's IVRFF. So it is working anytime. Means if I close Zoom, I can work in this. But let me see. Just 1 minute. Stop share. Just give me a little time. Please select a female. Maybe something wrong with that. আরে আমি হ্যালো আমি ওই বলছি যে ভিএসভিআর এ ঢুকবার চেষ্টা করছি, ঠিক আছে না? তুমি দেখো তো তুমি ঢুকতে পারছো কিনা ভিএসভিআর এ। ও হো 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 হো, ঠিক আছে, ছেড়ে দাও দেখছি আমি দেখছি কি করা যায়। ওকে, রাত্রিরে কি এখানে অডিয়েন্সের সামনে অলরেডি এভরিথিং ইজ অন। ওকে ঠিক আছে, ফরগেট ইট। ওকে চলো। Everybody is busy. Acha, can I do a small thing? Should I go out of Zoom
And come back?
now and start my space? Then I will go to the Zoom. That will be much better
No
option.
problem, no problem.
Okay,
We will
that will
wait. No
be-
problem.
just 1 minute.
Professor Samir,
So, yeah.
could internet connection maybe be problem? Maybe we don't have a good connection, a strong connection. I think he goes out. No, Professor Samir is still here. What a great session. Wonderful 2 days. And now we are excited and waiting our great Professor Samir to take us in the metaverse. Herdiana, what you say? An amazing speakers.
I do really like all the speakers' presentation, like they talk really deep from big data to the virtual augmented platform as well. It's really amazing that our honorable speakers share their experience and also their thoughts and their reality works in the real life. How could this emerging technology can actually revolutionize the educational industry especially. And this is really great. And I'm so happy and grateful to be here with all of you. And I do really appreciate that all speakers spend their Sunday together with us,
Yes.
sharing the knowledge globally. And it's really amazing. Thank you so much for all the speakers and all who are watching us right now.
Professor Karudin, what you say today? We learn more and more every day.
Professor Nada, awesome. I listened to all the speakers. They are as awesome as the speakers yesterday, right? They're very good, and they all come. What do you call? All from a different approach. I like that. Yeah. And Herdiana,
This is a different space. This is absolutely a different space. But I just stopped my camera. I stopped my audio, and I'm trying to enter to that particular space. Okay.
Okay. It will be amazing 10 days of Metaverse conference. We can't wait, Professor Samir.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, yes, it is visible.
Okay,
We
okay.
see the
Thank you. Thank you.
Odyssey.
Okay.
So you are loading in the environment.
Can you see?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
we see.
yeah. In this, our film market will be there. Okay. So you can roam around in this particular place, and this is me. Okay. And you can roam around this place and can watch whatever, can gossip, can have a cup of tea and all this. Okay. So let me stop my audio. This is in Dubai. Okay. And we will have the film market, I told you, in the other part of this, but this is a kind of exhibition hall. Okay. And why I stop my audio and video, because of it's clashing with the entire systems. So that is the major problem. But whenever I stop my discussion, that time again I will stop it, and means I will stop it when I will just explaining you. it's pretty uncanny. This way, it is very difficult to explain anything, you know. See, this is the first, what's it called? In the moon, this is the, what that thing's name? Who collect all these things? That machine. Okay, that's original machine. And the floor is absolutely from the moon's material. Okay, Dubai can afford this kind of things. Okay, so kids can go there. So this is again a metaverse education. How you can use this particular machine. What's the name of this machine? It was in the moon. Can anybody help me? This is again another place. So this is basically the education part of it. Okay. This is the dress for moon. This is the original dress, this original figure. Okay, it's but in the life size figure. So you can feel that exactly what kind of these things. So why I'm showing these things? Because of the metaverse in education. Okay, they got so many things. This is a kind of an example, but there are so many things you can roam around. It's like a museum and can roam the entire part of it and can check and all these things, you know. So what else? This is very beautiful. We seriously love this particular space, and we'll do here. So, you know, you can stop. I do not know, it's not working again. I told you that we are seriously searching a kind of a solutions that at least in Zoom, we can give a demo and all this, but it's not yet invented by any people. But okay, we have certain ideas and all this. That is the reason I'm just showing you, but it's just clashing the entire thing. You know, now you can see that the jerk and so many things is very smooth. It's a human now you can see the entire part. So you can, you know, watch the hill view and can talk to your friend and all this. So this is the more or less concept, you know. We have a good theater also. With that theater, with they have special sound also. Special sound means the VR sound. VR sound is absolutely different than your 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D kind of logic. or it is not a stereo sound, or it is not, it's called spatial sound, but it's not SPECIAL, it's SPETIAL. It's called same spatial sound, but it's a different sound altogether. From anywhere you can see the way we are listening human voice. The same way you can listen in that particular hall, but to run anything in that hall, I have to, beforehand we have to talk to them. If I have somebody at least from that company, so, it will be easier for me. But all of a sudden he said that, can you go and can you please check it up and all this. Let me check once again that particular things is going on or not. Just 1 minute. The VSVR thing. And everybody got at least 30, 40 different kind of space. Different kind of space means you can go to what I want to show you in that Korean space. That's a very good auditorium. You will love that auditorium, but it's pretty unfortunate. I do not know, but if anybody want to watch that thing, better you join with me. What I'll do, I will give you a kind of a code within a couple of days time. We'll start these things, that if you are a speaker, you should understand that how to enter and how to go ahead and all this. No, it is not. It is something wrong or something problematic things. Is that enough for me today?
Professor Samir, thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for showing us this, how you are entering, because we really need to practice for the conference if we want to be a great speaker and moderator and all of us, because this space now we know now the basic things, but we really need to practice. And
no, not much. What I'll do means what we will do means for all our space we have a certain concepts. Okay, we have some invisible robot.
Okay,
suppose if you can't,
he will help us.
They will take you. They will just hold your hand and take you to the stage and all this. Don't worry at all. See, if you fail there, our system will fail, isn't it? Yes. So we'll not allow you to fail. It's okay, no?
Okay, Professor Samir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this. This was really amazing.
Professor, where is Professor Mondol?
Professor Pradipta is here. He's here with us. Yes. Some kind of problems with camera, but
actually, what is the problem? I'm telling you that this is a system. Zoom is a kind of a system. This is it's not a space, but it is a system with the audio, with the video and all this. Yes. Our system is also a system. In your computer, you got a single audio, single video, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. So you can open your camera.
Yep. Okay. So that is one of the biggest problem. We face this problem so many times that Zoom problem. We are using these things as a Zoom problem. But problem we have to solve it. We are working day and night. So before jumping into the actual program, I don't think that there will be much problem. Okay. And it is absolutely working, absolutely flawless working. So if I don't want Zoom, And if you, by any means, if I take you to that space, you'll see that it is going smoothly. Here, my bandwidth is part of your bandwidth. Done? Then that is taken by Zoom.
Okay, it is hard.
Because we started that thing first. After that, I want to start another space, which will go to a cloud and giving me data from that. So that is the reason they're downloading. And if you want to watch these things or like the same thing, you want to go to that space and want to talk. So you'll just press that and can go to that space and can talk. Simple.
Yes.
But here we are just making a very, very complicated environment. That is the major problem. However, I know that it is not a complete demonstration, but I definitely give you a very complete demonstration. But before that, we will train you people also to join with me. So that will give you the real fun. That yes, we can sit together, can discuss, can talk, and even you can write something. Every buddy will have a kind of iPad, so you can do.
Yes, and outside we can drink coffee. I see.
Yeah, outside, no. You just take a cup of coffee in your home because you are in fact in your home only. So you take a coffee, like our
Professor Khairuddin.
Professor Khairuddin is also drinking coffee. I just finished my coffee. So if I can take a coffee and Professor Khairuddin, you take your coffee. Just take your coffee.
I will take my water. I don't have coffee now.
So see,
I didn't lunch.
See, we are drinking coffee. We are drinking coffee. Talking and drinking coffee. So that is very much possible, but there in metaverse space, you can keep your coffee cup on top of the table.
Okay.
In front of, yeah, that's the interest.
Great. We can't wait, Professor Samir, we can't wait.
No, then you join. If you want to join, I will put that some for girl to train you and to join there, and I will also join. She will also join. Tonight we will discuss all these things in our space.
Okay,
if you want, I can do that.
Yes, we still have time. So,
but not in Zoom. Not in Zoom.
Okay.
Not in Zoom. Okay.
Yeah, that's our. And now you can see now that the glitch and other things is how it's going on. How many people? Only 10 people we are here. So with that, it is very difficult to run this kind of space. They said that without 5G, it is not possible. Metaverse is not possible. We are Indian, so we don't need 5G. Probably with 4G, we will make it run and all this. So that is the interesting part of it. However, so.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For our professor.
Welcome. But Professor Pradipta Mandal is not there.
He is here, but he cannot.
No. But he can. These things, no, that okay. I witness.
I think he's here. He's here.
Okay. This is my last time I'm
Professor
trying
I am here.
Okay. Full time with us.
Thank you. Just another time, let me check if I can show you the stage. That's also my interest, no? I want to show you the stage. Exactly. Where is that stage one? Oh. that written VSVR hall, you know, IVRFF hall.
Okay, while waiting Professor Samir Mukherjee, we have Mr. Akram Horkui with us in here.
Yeah,
He is
yeah.
a founder, editor
Yeah,
of the
certainly.
Policy
I
Times
also,
and Director
that is the
General of
reason
the
I'm
World.
here. I want to meet him.
Yeah.
All are very senior people. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Professor Mukherjee. Wonderful to listen to you, to see your presentation. Also, I had an opportunity to see the visuals that you were trying to share, and that shows, you know, initially. Okay, before going there, I also want to thank Professor Khairuddin, my very old mentor and friend, who is so passionate about things. I have not seen him missing any of the programs that we have been doing. And thank you so much, Professor. I think Hadiana ma'am is there, and ma'am from International Internship University. It's, I think you're joining from the other name. So
Nada,
wonderful.
yes.
Nada, ma'am. Yes, Nada, ma'am. It's such an honor. You have been also so active in the programs that we have been doing. Professor Pradipta Mondal has been putting.
This is the first time that Nada is not a moderator. First time.
Otherwise, she will be with me most of the time, right?
Yeah, I was thinking you are the moderator. Then I saw Hadiana.
I have, she had moved to another higher level. So I'm the moderator.
The second generation moderator.
Yeah.
No,
and today,
listen.
Yeah.
Listen,
Today,
Professor
yes.
I'm here the whole time. I really like to comment and to talk to but it is interesting that we have different persons like our great hair Diana, you know.
Yeah, Diana. So we are grooming her actually. So she is going to be soon, in fact, she's already on a similar ranking to Prof. Nada. Yeah, except that she's younger. So she has many years ahead of her. Right, Prof. Samir?
Yeah,
I wanted to hear her more. Maybe we will hear her more about various topics. I will quickly just say a couple of words because I think this is one of the final programs, though I don't want to call that because, you know, we were talking with Professor Pradipto that, you know, why to end? We need to continue this because journey cannot end. We will discuss that later, but I'll make a couple of comments. So Nada ma'am, thank you so much for, you know, being so consistent and so supportive in all the programs.
Thank you. And I'm really honored, dear respected Akram, to be here. Really honored. I enjoy each 1 second.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. And then we have two young, I think, professors from SNU, Rahul Chaudhary and Professor Edward Mondal from Bangladesh, what I understand. So wonderful too. I saw them when we started this series and they are still here. That shows the kind of passion, consistent that we have been able to maintain. Couple of comments because you have been talking on all these topics since the beginning. So I will not repeat much on this. Innovation, we need to make innovation as our culture. You know, emerging technology is all about the contribution of innovation. So you see in whichever civilization which prospered in the society, they did so through or with the help of innovation. So what we have to do, we just need to imbibe the culture of innovation because there is no end of emerging technology. What we call emerging technologies today will become outdated technology tomorrow. And hence new technologies will come and take our place or their place. So hence the end, or just like we say change is imminent, innovation is going to be a similar word of change, you know, which is going to be part and parcel of our life. We saw the kind of innovations today. This is not the end of it. I think things that we are like, see our parents, what Professor Khairuddin must have experienced in his own life would have been such transition of technologies. Now he still has a long way to go. Now kind of changes that he's going to see, I think will be remarkable, unbelievable. So now
And we all know that what are the latest or emerging technologies like AI. But before that, AI is information revolution. Information revolution is absolutely we saw the reflection and outcome of information revolution through Google or through all this analytics and all. Then 5G again is bringing a lot of revolution. It is not the end, it is just the beginning. Again, the contribution of 5G. Then the serverless computing, very soon we will, so right now we are having cloud computing and all, but very soon we will have serverless computing, even beyond the format of cloud computing that we are observing today. Biometrics is going to be very soon, like we normally used to watch in movies. Now biometrics is also going to be very simple. Like in Delhi or in India, in major cities you go, you find camera which are artificial intelligence driven, controlled. So today you don't need police force on the road. Today cameras are controlling the policing, or cameras are doing the jobs of police across the cities, whether they are the schools, institutions, roads, or everywhere. So this is just the beginning. This is not the end. Now blockchain, we have discussed a lot. Augmented reality, virtual reality, we talked. What Dr. Mukherjee is saying is, today we are talking about metaverse. So this, we saw the reflection, through 3G or 3G printing. These architects used to show us this kind of building designs through videos. Now this has become so common, and it has become metaverse. Then robotics, one revolution is going to come, that is quantum computing. Quantum computing is also at the early stage of like common use. Quantum computing is used by very high level intellectuals, but very soon you will see every household will hold their quantum computing system. So all these are going to bring massive change in the society. There is no doubt in that. Whether we are in a bricks and mortar building or we are in a mud hut, it won't make much difference. But a TV, computer, or latest smart mobile phones will be part of our day-to-day life. Now, couple of things that I just want to say in the end, just to summarize what we need to think beyond, is there are two, just like change is imminent, birth and death of human are equally imminent. So we have no control on our birth. That the day we take to birth in this world, we had no control, and neither will have our control over our death. So we will come one day, people like us, very soon, recently we crossed 8 billion population of the world. That means 800 crore population means, I think 8 billion means 800 crore population in the world. Now that's a big figure, but that figure is not going to end. That figure is only going to grow. So humans coming to the earth and living the earth are imminent truth. Hence, it is extremely important for a human, because technological change will always be there. But we also need to see a human will take birth in this world and die one day. Then what is the purpose of human taking birth in this world? So the first thing that humans should introspect and deeply think is, in all the innovation or all the technologies or all the knowledge that we are inculcating, we are nurturing, we are transitioning, who is the creator behind all? So if our creation can be this innovative, then imagine the biggest advanced innovation of the world is human mind, human brain. Then who has created this human? And human is the most adaptable animal in the world. So all our artificial intelligence, we are far superior. Our system inside is far superior than a computer, a supercomputer that we have. Our brain, even today, there is no computer which is more powerful than our brain, but we use rarely 5 to 10% of that. Imagine when we learn to use 100% of our brain, that is way beyond any supercomputer that we have built. So what we need to introspect, why we are created in this world. And when we die, then what are we leaving behind is very important. The second thing is, behind all the technologies human will exist, then what is the value system we are building? and how that value system will nurture generations after generation. We will die, another generation will take control of the technology, will take control of all the things. So what one generation is leaving and guiding to the next generation that is coming and taking the center seat or center seat. I think that is very important that we need to understand. Now, there are two separate entities. One is peace, the other is war. Behind that, there are two important things. One is greed and the other is technology. Now, these two are pretty similar in its nature, you know. Technology brings energy and power, and so does greed. So does greed control human actions? Just like technology control human action, or human action or human controls greed and technology and make use of them for the benefit of humankind and benefit of the society. So on a broader and greater context, we also need to introspect that let greed does not take control over our actions. Our actions should be to achieve peace, prosperity, and unity globally. And at the same time, we also need to see that we are not becoming a victim of the emerging technology or the technologies that we create. So who is our creator? Understanding the purpose of our creation, then understanding the role of technology, role of our greed, to what extent we keep our desires and to what extent we keep in control of all the things that we create, because humans will born and they will die. So we need to see in a much broader in context. Hence what Pradipta Mandal has started, this revolution should not stop. I would definitely encourage him to continue the movement that we are doing. Now, there are always two sides of this coin. One is seeing the commercial viability of the work and activities that we are doing, because we are putting a lot of energy, a lot of time investment. Time is the most valuable, asset of a human. Then how do we leverage this time investment that we are doing in terms of return, monetary return, as well as intellectual and knowledge sharing return? So that we need to see, and we wish to see more such actions to come. And I want to see Nada ma'am and Professor Khairuddin and Adriana ma'am now to lead many such sessions in future. And all the best to all your future endeavors. My only request would be what I said in my note. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, respected Sir Akram. Thank you for your word.
Akram. Yeah, Akram, sorry, you sound very metaphysical. It worries me. There are a lot of ethical components. It's like in my few sessions earlier, I was always talking about, technologizing humans. So now we are moving to the next level, humanizing technology. So in a nutshell, some of the things are touched into what were some of the things you crystallized just now. Am I right, Brother Akram?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. I
think that nobody don't have the better end of the year, because we are finishing our year with a great conference with the metaverse, and who also have a chance on this world to be here and participate in this wonderful conference. So thanks to Global Forum, thanks to you, thanks to Policy Times, thanks to World Economic Council, thanks to International Internship University, and thanks to International Internship University Research Centre. Thank you so much, our great Professor Samir, for this opportunity. And our great Professor Pradipta, who is constantly working whole day, 24 hours to make this. Thank you.
Okay, absolutely. Indeed, ma'am. Indeed. I would like to say to Professor Pradipta Mandal that, Professor, this is not the end of it. And let me tell you that business is the best way of livelihood, and it is always innovation driven business which brought all the revolution that we see today. It is only that we need to see that the greed component should not overshadow our efforts, our innovation. But I would always say to you that you have built an excellent platform. Let us leverage this. Let us continue scaling up this platform so that we bring welfare to the society. At the same time, we also make this commercially viable so that you don't have to depend on any other alternative sources of income. So let us build Global Educators Forum. I would request you to register this first. Let this be registered in India first. Then we can go with globally. Nada ma'am can take care of in one part of the world. Maybe Professor Khairuddin can help us in other part of the world. So let us make it legally viable entity, and then let us also see how we make this commercially viable, because commercial viability is also very important, considering the efforts, human efforts that we are putting in to this thing. I would request him to reconsider this, and let us continue this effort. I think you have excellent team. Nada ma'am, Adriana ma'am, now Professor Khairuddin is there, I think, and then two more Professor Rahul or Edward, and Samir sir is now in the team. I think you all and I, whatever effort or support you need from my side, I will always be there. I told you that unless there is commercial viability, I will not be spending too much time in that, because we are young, we also need to survive. We need to put or give salary to 50 people. Then how do you give salary to 50 people unless you generate that amount of revenue? So we need to build that infrastructure. So let us make things commercially viable, but not based on greed, based on our efforts, and based on very simple human ethical approach.
Thank you so much, Mr. Akram, Professor Pradipta, Professor Samir, Professor Khairuddin, Professor Nadia, Professor Rahul Chaudhary, Mr. Edward Mondal, and everyone who's still staying with us till the end of this session. It's really grateful and honor for me with this beautiful Sunday and with the great knowledge from all over the world. It's really nice conference, and I do really appreciate all of the times that you are spending together with us right now. So I'm giving back to Professor Nada.
Yes,
Mr.
we say what are our final words, what are our plans for the ending of this great year, because we have so many events and we didn't start at the beginning of this year. I can say this is Professor Pradipta, the 23rd event. This is a big number, and these are huge events with eminent global speakers and with an amazing and important topic. These are not sessions where speakers are speaking I can say nothing, because there are so many platforms where people are speaking nothing. So I think that following us this year, so many knowledge who was here, our great dignitaries, participants on the Facebook who are always with us, they are our witness how many was learned this year through this session. Because Global Educators Forum is working on the SDG 4 for the quality education. So we were working for that, and all entrepreneurs, all who are here with us, that is because we want to know, we want to have knowledge, we want to share knowledge, we want to grow, and we know what is our future and how can we live in the future. So, Professor Samir, did you want to maybe show us?
Yeah, I want to talk to Mr. Akram about just one small thing that I personally feel that why not we do another single session with the key person. We have so many key person, that how to monetize this kind of educational activity. And definitely we will have certain process, certain modus operandi out of it. And let's take care of this, Professor Pradipta Mandal. That will be his one of the burning challenge, because of he already accumulated so many speakers. Everybody got a little bit things in their mind, that there will be a huge, interesting future and all this. All of a sudden, we cannot stop it. So let's give another try, or just a single try, that how to monetize it. I am damn sure that we'll have many people, and many people will give us a different kind of ideas. Of course, we also have different ideas and all this. By the way, are you there, Mr. Akram? Is he there? No, no.
No, I think he has left.
No, he left. Listen, Professor Samir, we will talk about it another time. We are here for education. We are still here talking about.
No, it's not education. It's just monetization.
Yes, it's okay. That is a topic for another event. How to make money.
Maybe 10 people, maybe just 10 people, not many people.
Yes. Okay.
It's a brainstorming session.
Yes, we will make a brainstorming session. Yes.
Exactly.
Around table.
A round table,
yes,
or a fireside chat with this much of people, and so many associations are there.
Yes.
So definitely some outcome will come.
Okay. Yes, we will talk about that. Now we come to the end of this session.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Samir. Thank you, Professor Akram. First, I want to thanks to all our amazing project directors who were not here with us. Our Sir Piyush Pandit, our Sir Akram is
there.
Here. Yes,
okay.
Yes, he's here.
Yeah, I am here. I am here, ma'am.
Did you listen my?
Sorry, sir, I just missed a couple of words, but you said you said something to Professor Pradipta Mandal regarding the viability, commercial viability, and some.
No. Just a small
He's talking about
session.
monetizing the money. We will
how
talk
to
about
monetize
this
this
in another
kind of
session.
course, this kind of session.
Yes.
So I am damn sure that something will come out of it. Definitely. So this is, we never did these things. No, we did metaverse, we did AI, we did VR, AR, MR, we did management, we did so many things.
Professor Samir, please listen. We need to finish because we have another session. This will be a conversation for some other time. We are always, every day, every minute.
But he will not be there, no?
We will be in contact. Yes, you will
Mandal
be
will
there. In your metaverse, we will do that. In your metaverse, in the space, metaspace.
Okay.
So
then my last word to Professor Akram, that we are doing a film festival, VR film festival. I'm cordially invite you in this.
Sure, sir.
Enjoy it. Everything is in metaverse.
Wow. I will call you, sir. I will connect you through call, and then we'll discuss about this.
Fantastic.
I will definitely.
No problem at all. Fantastic.
So we come to the end of this amazing session. I said already, thanks to our great project directors, Mr. Akram Hogg, Professor Pradipta, Piyush Pandit. Thank you, Nada Ratkovic. Thank you, our great masters of ceremony. Thanks to our great Professor Karudin Nerdiana for this amazing session, this great 2 days international conference on emerging technologies for the next industrial revolution. So no words to express the gratitude to our great eminent speakers, their valuable time and enriching us with their thoughts. We really learn a lot. And thanks to our audience who was here with us on the Facebook writing the comments. We will be soon with the new events. So till then, let's continue reflecting, learning, collaborating, enjoying, being nice to ourselves and to each one. Let's continue growing and learning. This is our last session for this year. We will be all in the Metaverse conference involved all 10 days. So keep watching us and keep being with us. Thank you so much. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye to all.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much all. Bye. Have a great Sunday.
Also, bye.